it's Old Man Coffee. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Well, today is Monday, and it's the day that we get started on the, I'm not sure if it's repairs, renovations, whatever it is, but the making Valerie's home look nicer than what it is. And I'm going to start in the family room / TV room, the add-on, and do a lot of things here. So I'll just go through the things that I'm going to do and show you what I'm going to do. All right. Well, first of all, they put these vents in, or at least they put the holes for the vents when they put this add-on here, and they got these vents. Well, this is the foundation down here. That's concrete, and they opened this up, but it doesn't fit properly. You can see, well, they didn't cut the hole properly. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, and also the molding and everything. So what I'm going to do is make this a little bit better, and put a different vent on here. So I went over to Home Depot and got these 14x8 vents and installed them, and one there, and one down here, and I think they look nice. They're a lot better than that misfitting vent that they had. Now, another thing they did when they installed the windows and the door and all this stuff, they put trim on it, but when they painted the trim the same color as the rest of the room. Well, that's not going to fly when the painter comes in here on Friday to paint. So what I've done is I've painted all the trim with a base coat of primer white all the way around on the windows and the door frame. And then what we'll do is I've got some semi-gloss white, and so I'll paint semi-gloss white on the window frames over that primed wood, and it should look nice once the painting is done. And they've got this opening here, trim around it also, and I've got the trim primed, and he had a refrigerator in this opening, and he didn't have the bottom finished off, so I finished the bottom off, all this down in here. All that's, I finished that off because he had bare wood underneath there. Looked really bad. So I will paint this with the semi-gloss, and of course the trim on this window, painting that semi-gloss. So when the painter comes in, he can just paint everything except the white. I'm not going to paint the molding at the top there, the ceiling molding. I'm not going to paint that at all. I'm going to let him just cut it in. That'll be the same color as the room. Because it's not consistent. That's why. It's only here. See, this part is wood, and this part is drywall. So the ceiling molding doesn't go all the way around. It just goes basically where the wood is, and it goes across all down that side, but not up here. Now I could add molding, but I'm not going to do that. It's got molding down here at the end, ceiling molding down here at the end, but not up in here. And I guess I could add that, but I'm not going to. Maybe later I'll add it on, and then I'll paint it the same color as the room when the painter gets done. I don't like the way they did this room. It's pretty pretty piecemealed and not very professional. So I'm going to try to make it look a lot better than it is. For instance, this molding down here, the base molding, that was about 1/4 of an inch away from the wall because they made a step down right here from the wood transition to the drywall transition, but he didn't bother to cut it. So I cut it there, and it's not professional, it's not, but at least I don't have a big old gap. He had a 1/4 inch gap all the way down this base molding down here. Really bad. Didn't like the way it looked at all. Also, here's another thing. This air conditioner, which does work and puts out some nice cold air, but as you can see, it was put together pretty bad. I'm going to pull that trim off, and what I did was I went to Home Depot and I got this perforated aluminum, and I'll put this in here. I want to leave that top. That's where the air comes out at the top. But I'm going to put that in there sometime today, I hope. Okay, well, that's the finished project. I also filled this gap where they had the siding. This wood paneling was up against the window frame, but it really wasn't against it. It was out a little bit. And even if you put molding on there, you have to put some kind of corner molding or something on there, which wouldn't look good at all, I didn't think. So I filled that gap and filled all the gaps in the trim around this thing, and cut the hole out for the controls. And I had to leave this area open here because that's where the air comes from, cold air. And then I'll put some cable ties along here and have them just paint that, probably paint that cord the color of the wall. But that's it. Another project completed. Now, one of the biggest projects is going to be this master bathroom. This thing is a mess. First of all, these doors have got to go. There's nothing holding them at the bottom. There's no track. They're just really bad. Also, too, the inside of this thing, this is that wood that you find in mobile homes, like this mobile home, that's actually adhered to the paneling, the plywood. Now you can put kills on this and then you can paint it and it's fine. But what they've done is they've put wallpaper or some kind of something over the top of it. And it peels off like this. I don't know what this stuff is. I'm going to treat it as wallpaper. But I know that was really close up there. Couldn't tell what was going on. But they've done this throughout this whole closet. And there's also areas like that throughout the bathroom. This is wallpaper here. Now what they've done is they've textured this. Well, they didn't texture this, but they did it in the bedroom. And this molding has got to go. This is unacceptable where it goes and stops. It goes again. I don't know if the mobile home came like that or if they installed this molding and this wallpaper in here. It's colored wallpaper underneath there, but you can see that it's all coming up. It's a mess, and it's just all has to be, and that molding has to be taken off. And then if you look in this corner here, you can actually see where this wallpaper crap they put in here is actually buckling. So I'm not going to worry about the baseboard. I'm going to leave that the way it is, but I'll start pulling this apart and see what happens. All of this is okay. This is painted drywall, so this is okay. Another thing is I've got to remove this light fixture and this medicine cabinet thing. She doesn't want this in here, so I'm gonna remove that. Towel rack, gotta remove that too. But this room is going to be a challenge and a chore. I think she wants to put, she wants to stay with the sliding glass doors, or sliding doors, but she wants to put mirrored doors in here with a track on the bottom, of course, for the mirrored doors to go in. The thickness of these doors is like regular door. I mean, that is thick. That's about 1.5 to 2 inch thick doors. It's the same as a regular door. And all that has to come out. Well, I got all the mirrors out and the light fixture off. I'm having to use my emergency construction lights to light up the bathroom. These out here, these things are really bright, only have one on. I have those in the RV. I keep them in the RV just in case of emergencies. But now it's a matter of taking out some screws and dropping that big old heavy thing down. All right, well, I got the cabinet down. There's another light fixture behind the cabinet. That's crazy. So now I'm going to have to pull that down. Okay, well, that was just a couple of screws to get that light fixture out. I think that was the original light fixture. Possibly. I'm not sure. This thing here where the lights, the power's coming into the light fixture, I don't know what we're going to do about that. So stay tuned for that one. Well, the doors are off, which reveals all of that original mobile home paneling, I guess is what it is. It's wood underneath. That wallpaper or paper stuff that's on there. And see what's it's wood underneath it. And yeah. Next big project is all this molding crap. Take all this molding off everywhere. Over here. And then decide how I'm going to prep the surface for the painter. And the way I'm going to pull this molding off is with this handy little tool. And I'll show you how it works. lot of molding to take off. And then I gotta work with this crap that's underneath it. Well, now that I have all the molding off, now I have the pleasant task of pulling all this paper that was between the molding, like that. So I got to pull all this off around here and over here. That's not too much work. Now I got to get all that paper off though. Well, now I have the surface all ready to prime. Got the molding off and the first layer of wallpaper. Actually 2 layers on there, and then he gets down to the wood. In those areas where I have wood, I'm going to prime it, but then I'm going to come back with drywall joint compound. This, and I'll put on with a roller probably, so I can get it on nice and thick, and fill in some of these spots where the wood is showing and where I might have a division line showing also, like in some areas where the paint, it's pretty hard to get rid of that division line, but I can do that with a thick layer of drywall compound, joint compound. So I get working on all that. Well, while the first coat of paint, actually primer, it's Kills primer, is drying, setting up, here in the master bathroom. I went ahead and pulled all the molding off the wall in the master bedroom. And this is going to be another huge job. But it's what Valerie wants. Well, today is Wednesday. So the project today is to clean up the area where I pulled the molding off in the master bedroom. And so it's going to be mostly just trying to get the wallpaper off. And it's going to be a big job because I have a lot of area to work with. And then I'll have to put some drywall sealer on it. All right, well, about 2 hours worth of work, I guess, to get this down. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to be putting a knockdown surface over all of this. So I got it down to where it's all the loose stuff is off of the wall. So hopefully there won't be any bleed in. Now the next step is to really seal this really good. I'm probably going to put about 3 coats of sealer on this to make sure that it's sealed real good before I put the drywall mud on there. Put that on there and then apply the knockdown. Well, I got the first coat of primer on, and as you can see, it's kind of thin. Takes a little while for this to dry, an hour or so, and then I'll be able to put another coat on. And then I've got to clean up where there's lines. Well, now I'm putting a primer coat on this closet that she will be putting her mirrored sliding doors on. This is the wallpaper that was throughout the whole bedroom area. Kind of flowers, and so anyway, I got to prime all this wallpaper. Now, one other thing I did in the kitchen, I don't know if you noticed or not when Valerie was doing the walkthrough, but these areas above the cabinets along here and up here, and above the refrigerator were blue. I'll try to put a picture in there right here to show you that. And so I painted them, but I found out we thought they were white, but they're not. I mean, the cabinets are not white. So when I started putting the primer up there, which is white, I noticed a big contrast in the color, and you can see it right here. Here's the hood right here, and I guess it's not going to show up too good in the camera, but this is a slightly tan color, an off-white, tannish kind of color. Maybe you can see it from a distance there. But so I had to go to Home Depot and have them mix up paint to match the cabinets. But looks pretty good. I think it looks a lot better than it did when it was blue. Well, today is Thursday, the 25th of April. Tomorrow the painter is still scheduled, so I've got one day to finish up the master bedroom and master bathroom. The bathroom is pretty much done. It doesn't need a texture on it. It's a smooth wall, so I've finished that up. That's completed. But I've got to put a texture on the master bedroom. So that's what I'm going to do now. I mix up some drywall mud to a kind of like a pancake batter. I'll apply that with a roller, and then I'll knock it down, and it should do the job. Well, while the mud is drying on the walls in the master bedroom, I took the fixture off of the big oak cabinet that they had, medicine cabinet I guess it was, that I removed, and mounted it up there. There was a big hole in the wall up there where the electricity came through, so I was able to tie into that and mount that up there. Don't know if that's going to be permanent or not. I have to wait and see how Valerie feels about that. But that's a very expensive light fixture, probably 150 bucks for that thing. So we'll see how it goes, see what she decides. You know, it's always up to her. Well, this mud is all dry now, and I put a texture on it. Doesn't quite match the texture that's existing, the knockdown that was on the wall. I don't think you can see it very well, but it looks pretty good. And I think it's gonna be all right. A heck of a lot better than that molding that was up there. That was terrible. So I think this is gonna be good. Can't really see the texture very well, but looks a lot better than it did. And then there's this drain. What a mess. We're going to Home Depot today and get a new one. Okay, well, just like standard mobile home, this part here just has a piece of PVC on it that slips down into that. It's not really adhered, it just slips in there, and that's how it drains. So we're going to have to get a whole new one of these setups, whatever it takes, to change that out. But that's disgusting. And then seal that and make that right. So that's the completed installation of the brand new drain. I couldn't install this like you would normally install a drain because I had no access to the bottom part of the whole drain mechanism there. Put on all the nuts and all that stuff, so I had to kind of, you know, improvise a little bit, but I managed to do it, and it looks pretty good. So that'll do until she decides if she wants to put a tub in here. I know she wants to put a tub in here pretty bad. And I finally finished up all the work in the master bedroom and master bathroom. I think it looks pretty good. What do you think, Valerie?
I think he did a great job. He's been working really hard getting these walls prepped for painting. And he's just been working his little fanny off, really. And I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the painter coming tomorrow. And I did a lot of prep work for him as far as those two rooms. I guess that's about it. So the next thing is the painter, and we'll be showing you when he arrives. Okay, that's going to wrap up the 3 or 4 days here of repairs or renovations, whatever you want to call it, to Valerie's new home. So stay tuned for when the painters are completed, and then we'll go to the flooring after that and some other things, countertop, the kitchen renovations, things like that. Got a lot of work to do. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Subscribe. Leave a comment. We'll do the best we can and answer all the comments. So until next time, this will be Old Man Coffee saying, dream until your dreams come true.